As a kid, in our neighborhood, we had an annual Fathers and Sons camp out. And I remember one year when I was about 8 and I decided not to go. And the reason I didn't go is because I had a fear of driving through the canyons. I was tall enough to see out the window, but I wasn't tall enough to see the road. So I didn't know how close to the edge we were. And for all I knew, any given second, we could be flying off the road and plummeting to our death. Because I work in the employer-sponsored retirement plan space, I talk to a lot of plan sponsors and plan administrators who have a similar fear when it comes to their 401k. They don't want to get in trouble, but sometimes they just don't know what they don't know. They may be able to see out the window, but they don't know how far away or how close the edge really is. In my experience, a lot of people who are managing their company's 401k plan haven't gone through any kind of formal training, and so they're relying on the professionals around them to make sure they are driving far away from the edge. These plan sponsors and plan administrators don't want to get in trouble by the Department of Labor just because they didn't know they were too close to the edge. So if you don't want your plan to be keeping you up at night because of the fiduciary duties that you have, where do you start? To understand the first step, let's talk about sports. If you're playing a game of football, how are you supposed to play if you don't know who's passing, who's blocking, who's receiving the ball? You've got to know the role that everybody plays in managing the 401k. And that's where you start. You've got to know what your role is, and you have to know the roles of those around you. I mean, who likes to find out after a problem comes up that they were the ones that were supposed to be responsible for that in the first place? So step one has to be figuring out who is a fiduciary and who is not. You've got to figure out what the responsibilities are of those around you as well as your own. Once everyone's aware of their position on the team and acknowledges their responsibilities, then it's time to document. Having documentation in a centralized fiduciary file can be extremely helpful. Who knows if and when you may be moving on to another company or another position within your own company. Who knows if and when you may be audited by the Department of Labor. But if and when things happen, it's good to know that you have documentation of roles and responsibilities and the reasons for the decisions that you make. I hope this was helpful. We have other helpful content on our website at www.cuiwm.com. We also have a podcast, In Your Business with Michael Sayer. You can also look for us on social media, on Twitter, on Facebook, and on LinkedIn. And if you want to hear more of this or be informed next time we get more content like this, please subscribe.